as the president debated whether or not to sign this bill over the holiday, this message from one Democrat.
It is Christmas Eve, but it is not a silent night. All is not calm. For too many, nothing is bright. And for too many, they are not sleeping peacefully. I beg the president to know how many people in this country are scared, fearful, terror, hungry, and that we must get a bill done so that we are helping Americans.
That was Congresswoman Debbie Dingell from Michigan, and she is joining me now. Congresswoman, thanks so much for joining us on this. Happy holidays to you and yours, by the way. That was an incredibly impassioned moment there in which you pled with the president to understand the plight of so many Americans, 14 million Americans that were on the brink of losing unemployment insurance at that moment, just a couple of days away. So many food insecure in this country, many of which I've interviewed on the air, who don't necessarily know where their next meal is coming from and how they're going to pay their rent. And throughout this time period, the president held out. Throughout the weekend, he was golfing, as I was just talking to Garrett Haake. Instead of signing this bill into law, do you think the president even understands, or really cares for that matter, about the plight of Americans and what they're dealing with in this very moment economically?
So what I think is that he has no idea the kind of anxiety that he caused when we weren't going to get that COVID relief bill out. And not only for the issues you just mentioned, but the eviction moratorium expires at the end of this week. And I had person after person calling me worried that they were going to be kicked out on the street. You showed the restaurant owners. I have about 10 restaurant owners that I talk to almost every single day. And they're not only worried about whether the restaurants are going to survive, but their employees. And the anxiety this weekend on Christmas weekend makes me sad. I'm trying to bring us all back together. He signed it. Today, we will pass this additional $2,000. And if it does not pass on suspension, we will bring it up under regular order. I predict it will pass the House. The question is, what's the United States Senate going to do?
So you did sign it, and that's fantastic. And a lot of Americans waking up this morning are breathing a sigh of relief because hopefully that money is going to be in the mail over the next couple of weeks. They're going to have to wait it out, and that anxiety will build, but it will be in the mail over the next couple of weeks. That said, Congresswoman, why did it take so darn long, right? The last time we saw a bill passed was in May. We anticipated this was going to happen. This is wave 3. I mean, let me just talk you through some numbers, and you mentioned some of them. You know the plight of so many Americans. 110,000 restaurants have closed. The service industry is suffering tremendously right now. More than 8 million have fallen into poverty since then. An estimated 50 million Americans are going to have experienced food insecurity by the end of the year. We knew this would happen. Why is it always the 11th hour, especially, it seems, when we are up against a government shutdown?
It shouldn't be that way, and we have been trying. And everybody points fingers and says it was Nancy Pelosi, it was Mitch McConnell. Here's what my hope is for 2021. It is unforgivable, quite frankly, that people have suffered as much as they have. We did not have a national COVID strategy. As we go into 2021, I hope that all of us can look and try to find ways that we can work together more, that we can stop this fear and this hatred. And remember that united, we can get a whole lot more done. So this is a down payment. What he signed over the weekend, and what, if God willing, we get passed today and tomorrow through the Senate, it's a down payment. We're going to have a president who understands that people are hurting. He wants to work across the aisle. He knows what compassion, empathy, kindness, caring, action are, and will start to bring us together. And I hope that is my wish for 2021, that it won't take so long. Compromise isn't a dirty word, but that we need to remember our job in Congress is to deliver for the Americans.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.